The Chameleon Tail is continuously running calculations using the Chameleon indicator logic, but on higher timeframes. This data is then fed into the Discord chat server. From here, traders can quickly find the assets which are ready for action. There are 3 states: up, down, and no clear direction. The data reading is included as supplementary information. Watch how a trade could have been discovered. The time of the Chameleon Tail alert was today at 11:45 AM. This time needs to be found on the lower time frame. So on the 13-minute chart, this will be within the bar which started at 11:39, which ended at 11:52. To show these drawings on the chart, the following settings are needed. Hide supply demand is disabled. Hide pivot range is disabled. Show VWAP is enabled. Notice the bearish signs. The chameleon context is all red at the top. The demand gold circles have been tapped once. The VWAP yellow lines have been smashed through and retested. An orange pivot has been painted. Price remains within the boundary of this. A trade idea is forming. We wait for the confirmation to the downside with a close below this pivot range. An additional entry can be prepared for with a limit order at any pivot low. As action develops, the current status here is for no trade, because although the price dropped below the pivot range, it didn't close below. There was a wick back within the pivot range, and the body of the candle remains within that pivot range, within those orange dots that are forming. So we wait for confirmation to the downside with a close below this range. By this stage, we're able to see a close has occurred, and then the next candle would have been red. It ended grey, which is a neutral colour, has a very bullish wick to it. However, that wouldn't have been known while the candle was developing, and so the breakout strategy would have been to enter the short as that red candle was forming and reaching beyond the preceding red candle. We still have hope for a retest, and we still have 2 bullets left. By now, the second bullet is fired. The limit order is filled. Staggered stops are achieved by using pivot range as one stop at the top of the pivot range, and the high of the ignition candle down into this area as the stop loss for the other. Here we see the first target has been hit, plus 1.5 R. And now the stop loss can be moved to the high of the previous yellow. And here we see the second target is hit.